And welcome to the Making Events Awesome live stream. My name's Warwick Merry, and I am going to be your host with the most for the next little while. Hey, this is a bonus. This is an absolute bonus. Usually I do this Thursday morning, 9 a.m. Melbourne time, but I've just been thinking a bit. It's my final day of leave. You can tell I've tried to be posh because I put on a jacket over my T-shirt. But I, need to get a haircut, look more professional, all the fun stuff. But I've just been thinking about the year ahead. Working with my coaches helped me set up my focus. So my focus is making events awesome and some of the key things I need to focus on for this year. But this year's a bit extra special, isn't it? With everything that's been going on for the last couple of years with the pandemic, corona, whatever version it is, and I think we all know someone who's been affected and affected drastically. I think now more than ever, we need a bit more love and a bit more tolerance and a bit more understanding. Doesn't mean you have to agree with everybody, but a little bit more, okay, your perspective doesn't mean it's right, and I don't have to get too excited about it. But I think things are different now. Things have changed a bit, and we do need to be that little bit more tolerant, have a bit more empathy and sympathy for different people and their approaches. I also think that for a lot of businesses, it's going to hurt. So we're choosing to spend our monies in places where it can help. We're trying to stay away from the larger organizations who have plenty and focus on the little ones who don't have much and see if what we can do to support them. Now, it's not always possible. Here in Australia, I mean, basically there's 3 supermarket chains that you can support, and the big 2 massive. But it is about choosing wisely. At the moment, there's no lockdowns here in Victoria, but if you go down the street in the middle of the day or in the evening, there are no people around. We're sort of self-locked down, so to speak, to try and get safe and be safe. So I'm just interested for you. What are you doing that's a little bit different? What new habits has the coronavirus or the pandemic given you in terms of how you are more conscious maybe with your spending and your attention? I know for me, I'm calling more friends than I used to just to check and see how they're going. And I've got to tell you, it makes me feel good, not because I'm look at me, holier than thou. It's just I'm actually connecting a bit better. So which is nice, which is a good thing to do. But this year ahead, when it comes to events, man, we are in for a interesting time. Yeah, as Brad was saying, you can fire a cannon up the main street after 7 p.m. and there's no one around. So, yeah, the self-lockdowns that we're giving ourselves is very, very interesting. But the question becomes for you for this year, what are you going to do differently? What are you going to do the same? And most importantly, what are you going to stop doing? I'm very seriously considering stopping writing my weekly newsletter because I don't think it's giving me the return I'm after, and I can focus that attention on something else. I can still generate output if people are interested. I can still get it from somewhere. But, at this stage, it's not giving me the return that I want. So it is being very mindful about where we spend our time. I know I want to spend a bit more time with my beloved, the lovely wife, the lovely Sam, because she's awesome, and I like spending time with her. It's too easy to get wrapped up in our business and keep sort of flying away. So I think it really is about how do we live very choicefully and making those choices and understand what the cost is of those choices. So for events, what that means is how can we make sure we minimize our impact? The big thing really is minimizing risk. And for so many of them, hey, Lindsay, very kind of you to say nice things. So it is about how do we make good choices when it comes to our events, get the right sponsors, the right speakers, the right presenters, the right impact that's going on there, because it's very easy to get a speaker, but are they good? Are they good enough? Are they good for your delegates? Are they going to be going on about them? So it is being very choiceful about who you're getting involved. So for you, what's your plan? What's your plan for this year? What are you going to do differently? How can you be better connected? I think there's a lot to be done coming up out of the pandemic. I think there's a lot of fracturing of our community in so many levels. There's a lot of keeping distance. We don't sort of shake hands anymore with bumping elbows. So how can you connect? What can you do to connect? I think that's really important. And I think that's one of the things that people are missing with some of the online events is they don't feel they're really connected. Now, I'm a big believer you can connect magnificently online, but the opportunity and the format has to be there. So how can we help people connect and how to stay connected? just some thoughts for you for today. Hey, you enjoy the year. I hope it's a cracker. For me, as I say, work is really kicking off for me on Monday. There's a bit of elementary stuff I've done and a few fun things I've done, but it is about getting cracked off on Monday. Have a cracking year. Thanks for being here. I look forward to your company next time. Meanwhile, if you want to stay connected with some of the different event stuff and event conversations going on, head on over to makingeventsawesome.com. It is going to be the way you can get to the Facebook group. We have a Facebook group there where everyone talks about events and what the stuff that they do with events and how to make them better, how to make them awesome. Love you to join us. Head on over there. That'll be awesome. Coming up in the not too distant future is also the Making Events Awesome podcast. So keep an ear out for that one. Alrighty, thanks for your company. See you next time. This is the end of live stream dance because LinkedIn chops it off really early. And so I just sort of dance around a little bit here and do a bit of a boogaloo, which is not a very good one. And then we'll get it done.